Why you cannot prove any supernatural miracles. Supernatural miracles. Throughout history, many religions and leaders have claimed to cause supernatural miracles. I will explain why it is impossible to logically prove any of them with certainty. Supernatural. The supernatural is defined as something beyond and above the scientific laws of nature. Therefore, it must be outside the natural world. Miracle. A miracle is defined as an extraordinary event unable to be explained by natural or scientific laws. The invisible world. The belief in supernatural miracles also comes with a belief in an invisible world or supernatural realm. Extraordinary versus supernatural. There is a difference between extraordinary events and supernatural events. Extraordinary means something that is rare and uncommon, like northern lights, solar eclipses, fish raining from the sky, and waterfalls flowing upwards. However, all these events have explanations that fall within scientific laws, so are not supernatural. Our ways of observation. We can only observe phenomena and events through natural means, not supernatural means. Therefore, we cannot observe if something lies outside the laws of nature. Science only deals with the natural world. Science only deals with things inside the natural world, so since miracles and the supernatural by definition lie outside the natural world, our scientific senses are unable to prove their existence. We cannot ever see the supernatural realm. An infinite gap of ignorance. No matter what miracle appears to happen, there is always a naturalistic explanation that could explain something that we are unaware of. This is what happened with ancient humans and events like lightning. We can never reach the point of being certain of something being supernatural. Miracles break the laws of nature. Miracles break the laws of nature, which are constant and control the entire universe, with outlier events never being observed. On the other hand, human mistakes in perception are minor to explain and occur commonly. David Hume's philosophy. David Hume argued this way when he said it is always more probable to assume that our senses have been deceived than to assume the laws of nature have been suspended, since our senses are prone to mistake whereas the laws of nature are uniform. The only way to establish a miracle from a testimony would be to prove that the testimony itself is miraculous. Occam's razor. Occam's razor is a philosophical idea that we should not multiply entities unnecessarily, which means to not create more assumptions with conflicting arguments. This means between two explanations, the simpler one is more likely to be correct. With a supposed miracle, the simpler explanation would clearly be that the humans that already are established to exist and make mistakes simply made an error in perception. This is more simple and therefore more likely to be true than supernatural forces at play. Conflict with God. If God is a universal lawgiver, then miracles being a break in the laws of nature would mean God's law is being broken. Therefore, miracles would present a problem for a monotheistic belief system. No miracles. Since miracles are always the less likely to be true, and we cannot observe this invisible supernatural realm and cannot prove there isn't a naturalistic explanation, we can never actually prove something is beyond the laws of nature and truly a miracle. Thanks for watching. I will make the next video about misunderstandings about Christmas.